Hi roses, my name is Tianna and welcome to today's reading all about the upcoming month of March for water signs. That is if you have a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, sun, moon, or rising sign. If you do not but still feel called to this reading, feel free to stick around. If you enjoyed this reading, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And for more tarot content with me, you can find my Twitter at Tianna Rose Tarot or use the link in the description box to book a personal reading with me. I hope to see you there. We have two beautiful cards to start with today, Sacred Reverence and A Burst of Magic. These cards are right next to each other in the deck, 47 and 48. Those numbers may be significant as well. There is a key imagery here. The Earth Tarot card may be significant. And then we have this beautiful lotus blossom with what seems to be a figure stemming from the center of the flower. Lots of images of stars floating around here, and both hands in this picture as well as this lotus almost feels like a hand offering you something. And so those images can represent being held, offerings coming to you, and this true connection to nature this month as well. This month is going to be about finding magic in everything, bringing more magic into your life. The Sacred Reverence card is about finding that realization that everything around you is magic, that there is some sense of spirit, universe, God, whatever resonates for you in everything around you, in all of the people that you see, in all of the plants and animals and the beautiful journeys that we all get to go through. That all contains magic, even in the most simple things. And so as you go through this month, start to notice and pay attention to all of those little moments where you can really see magic showing up in your everyday life. Enjoy those moments. Allow yourself to really feel that sense of awe towards them. The more that you do that, the more you start to notice all of the gifts and opportunities around you, and life becomes a lot more enjoyable to be a part of. A Burst of Magic kind of shares similar ideas, but is also about an epiphany, or this feeling of a burst of magic, as it says, coming to you, something where you suddenly have an idea or a deeper understanding of something in your life. For some of you, this is related to this sacred reverence as you start to understand things about the world or about yourself that suddenly just click for you. Things starting to make sense, you starting to kind of come unplugged from the status quo or the way that society says things have to be, and recognizing your true nature, recognizing your place within the universe. This is going to be a really important month for all of that. And on a more like simple or literal human level, if all of that might feel a little too magical to you or too abstract, this month is going to be about kind of finding that clarity that you might have been searching for, having new ideas about what you want to do in love and career, however that resonates for you, getting to a place where you do understand yourself better and you have clear goals for yourself. But as I said, this can all really start from just paying more attention to the little things in life that bring you joy, focusing on those activities, allowing yourself to spend more time in nature, with animals, with people that light you up, all of those things. And that is just going to continue to bring in even more positivity for you in this month and beyond. Let's pull some tarot cards. We have the Page of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, a card that is unique to this deck, which says everything is fine. And the Tower. So These cards do share a lot of intensity here. And this is something that we can sit with for a moment. First, I want to talk about the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. This can represent you looking forward towards your future and bringing in all of the abundance, all of the manifestations that you are calling into your life. You are really kind of planning and imagining and envisioning what you want your life to look like, especially if that is in ways that are kind of out of the box. Things that might be unconventional, but kind of feel really authentic to you. And so this month is about recognizing, are the things that you are trying to call into your life really because you truly want them and you believe that they would feel right for you? Or are you doing them because you feel like you were told to do them, that's what you were supposed to do, or you're chasing some idea that seems nice on the surface, but you haven't actually thought about whether your body is ready to receive those things? And so that is something that you want to be reflecting on. Are you just calling in wealth because you want to have wealth, or have you figured out what you're going to use that for? Have you thought about whether these goals are yours or someone else's? Are these things that you were already programmed with from society to say, okay, I need to keep chasing something in the future or working towards this prosperity, but I don't really want to be in that hustle culture? So those are things that you want to think about, so that when you're going through these processes, when you're setting your goals and planning and imagining and allowing yourself to really kind of tune into that magic that you have access to, make sure that you are using that in a way that feels aligned for you. Because then when we have these two cards, first, everything is fine. This is a woman on her phone, but being stabbed actively by all of these swords. And so that indicates you're saying everything is fine, but you really don't feel that everything is fine. Clearly, everything is not fine. And that is also represented here with the Tower card. This card can feel incredibly scary at first glance, but that is not necessarily how it needs to show up here in this reading. This is again a similar idea of maybe you've been telling yourself things are fine, but the universe is going to recognize where you are kind of BSing yourself, where you are trying to tell yourself things are fine when they're clearly not. If something is not built on a solid foundation, it will fall away to make room for something more aligned for you. And so that is what is coming in this month. And if you want to make this process a little bit easier, you can spend some time yourself reflecting on it. But there may be things that you are not aware of yet, things that maybe you're completely oblivious to the fact that these things are kind of causing you harm, or maybe they just are neutral, but they're not magical to you. They might not really inspire you. You might be with a certain partner or in certain jobs or in certain friend groups that feel just okay. And the universe is telling you that you deserve so much more than that. You also might be in certain trends or hustle culture or any of those things that you might think is what you have to do, or you might have just like turned all of maybe things that you went through in the past, you've put that into your work, or you've become more of like a workaholic, somebody who doesn't give yourself time to rest because you feel like you don't have that opportunity. And maybe in some ways you've convinced yourself that you like these things, but when you really take a step back, does that feel authentic to you? And so the universe might end up making that decision for you and saying, you deserve better than this, or you deserve something different, something that will be aligned for you, that will truly feel like a key that fits perfectly in a lock, a gift from the universe and from Mother Earth coming into alignment and really being able to enjoy this magic. And so there might be this burst of magic coming through as something that also has to fall away. But that will allow you to come into that alignment and into that state of abundance. Let's see what else is coming up in this month. We have the card Ascending. So even though in this Tower card they're falling from the tower, in this card she's got a bundle of balloons and is coming back up again. So you might not be the person falling from this burning tower. you might find yourself in a situation like this where you start looking around for your resources, or you create them, and you don't have to experience the same thing as these people here. You do not have to let yourself just stay oblivious or unbothered by the things that are causing you harm. You can recognize situations where you want to get even higher, that you want even more for yourself, and you're allowed to want those things, and you're allowed to transcend all of the obstacles. You're allowed to expand. You're coming into a new phase. And so don't let yourself be the last one coming out of the burning building. But if you don't realize until it's too late, it is not too late. You are not going to be stranded. There are always these things in place to help you, and you just need to be able to kind of get off your phone and notice those so that you can actually see them. And for some of you, that also means not being so much in the future that you're not seeing what opportunities you have in the present either, because sometimes we can kind of get so stuck in future planning that we miss out on what we have in the present. We have the card Camera, so this is about learning from the past. It can be easy to get in this kind of reminiscent state, this nostalgic state, but this is about expanding your perception, widening the lens, and getting like this deeper sense of understanding. And also it is about making new memories. And so you have the opportunity, even if something falls away, to continue to something new. It is falling away to make space for something new. It is not a punishment. It might feel like a punishment. It might feel like something where you just want to avoid it. You just want to ignore it. But even if you try to make it as hard as possible, it will only make it just more painful. But it will still happen if it needs to happen, because you are destined for even greater things. Do not settle. Do not limit yourself. Do not hold yourself back. We have the card Lightning, which very much connects to this, a burst of magic card from the beginning, a sudden change, a sudden epiphany, something coming through, and also this transformation, which can refer to the Tower card, suddenly having something fall away. It might happen quickly, and that is also a gift. This is not something that is going to be a slow death. If it happens, you can get through it quickly and process and then move on to the next thing. But let yourself go through that kind of shock that might come. That is completely natural and understandable. And also recognize that you are held in this process, that you don't have to do it all alone, and that you do have new things coming in. Lastly, we have the card Kisses. So for some of you, the new things coming in is more affection, but this could also just represent gifts from the universe, giving and receiving, things coming in that feel balanced, able to be built on a strong, solid foundation. And also with Kisses, that's another thing that can be small, but still really impactful when we take the time to notice it. So be appreciative for all of those little moments that you have in your life. Notice all of the things around you, all of the beauty, and pay attention to situations that might not be aligned for you anymore, and don't be afraid to let these things go. Even if you might say to yourself, well, nothing's wrong. That in itself is something wrong, because you deserve something that feels so right, that feels truly aligned, and that allows you to ascend. You are continuing to level up, so don't keep yourself stuck in something that is no longer aligned for you. Be aware that as you continue to grow, you are going to sometimes have to have those things falling away to make room for the new things that will match your current state, especially if you are somebody who is very goal-oriented, who is always kind of working towards the next thing. The people around you, the situations that might have been aligned at one point, are not going to stay that way, and that's a good thing, so that you can find things that are actually aligned to your current present self. So as much as this might feel scary, you are going to be supported. You are going to end up in an even better situation. So don't be afraid of it. and allow those gifts to come in. Notice all of that magic around you and recognize that that is all taking place this month. I hope you guys have a great March. Thank you, water signs.